All right here behind me, we have Walmart. And as a lot of you know, I've talked highly about a lot of the Walmart bikes, but there's been another store that I've come to find that I think might have even better deals than Walmart. Might not have as many variety of options as Walmart, but definitely have some great options, especially for the price. The price point is what I think might send that store over the edge. So let me show you inside of this Walmart what they have and compare the two, because I think you might be surprised what this other store has to offer, considering what kind of store this is. And of course, we got the police out here this time of year at Walmart. I gotta admit, this Walmart is pretty nice. It's clean, well organized. It's nice in here. All right, we reached the bike section and it is loaded up with bikes. I've never seen a Walmart with this many different options. You literally got every Ozark Trail style bike in here. You got so many Vibes, so many Ozark Trail Ridges. You got the dual, you even got the dual slalom over there. You got the Schwinn bikes, the gravel bikes. I didn't realize the gravel bike is cheaper with the flat bar rather than the drop bar. That's pretty interesting to me. I think the drop bar is like $288 and the flat bar is $258. They even got the full suspension Schwinn bike. I've never seen that one in person. It's $200 more than the Ozark Trail Dual Slalom, so I don't know if I would go with that unless you really like the color. But I do think it's a better looking bike than the Ozark Trail Dual Slalom. You got so many Ozark Trail Ridges. I wish they'd come out with a hardcore hardtail on the Ozark Trail. I think that would be a game changer in the mountain bike world. If Walmart could just do a hardcore hardtail on the Ozark Trail, I'd be all for it. Let me know if you've ever seen an Ozark Trail Dual Slalom in your store. Here it is right here. I can't believe it. The infamous Ozark Trail Dual Slalom. It's so funny that I decided to do this video because I wanted to do the comparison, because I went in that store and I could not believe the bike options that I saw at the prices that I saw them at. They even got an e-bike here. The Concord is $548. The other store even has an e-bike that competes with that price. It's really interesting how they've been able to get those kinds of bikes in that store at those prices. But you can't go wrong with these Ozark Trails for the price, for sure. I just wanted to come show you what they have in here versus what the other store has, because I definitely think it needs to be recognized and people need to know about other options out there. Especially if you want to get something outside of a mountain bike, you definitely need to consider the other place I'm going to show you. But as you can see, this place is overloaded with bikes. I don't know if it's because it's Christmas time and they made sure they got a bunch out just in case people wanted to get gifts. But this one is packed, and it's not packed with junk. It's packed with all the good bikes. Most of these bikes down here are Ozark Trail Ridges and Vibes. Got all the gravel bikes, got all the Schwinn bikes. Every Walmart bike you could think of is probably in here. I wouldn't even be surprised if I saw the dirt jump in here. They even have this bike. I seen somebody really make a beast out of this bike before. They actually won a Nike race with this. This is the Ozark Trail Epic Trail FS.1. I don't see the dirt jump in here. That's probably the only bike I don't see. All right, so right here behind me, we have the store that I've been talking about this whole time. We got Sierra. Now, this is a store where I came in to shop for some Christmas gifts, some winter and fall clothes. I actually got this vest from here. I think it was only $15 maybe. This long sleeve shirt, $12. So they got some great options as far as clothes in here, but I never thought they would have great options when it comes to bikes. And that's what I found out when I looked at the bike section. I was amazed at what they had, especially for the price. So we're gonna go in here and I'm gonna show you what they have compared to Walmart. And for the everyday rider, the everyday person who doesn't focus on mountain bikes, I think this might be the place that you wanna take a look at. As you can see, they have lots of bikes in here. And you would never guess that from a place like Sierra. But let me show you a couple specific bikes that I think you'll be surprised that they have. Right here in front of me is one. You got a cargo e-bike right here. You know how much these things usually cost? Look at this. $699 compared at $2,000. That is ridiculous. I would definitely pay $699 for this cargo e-bike. Here's another one of the cargo e-bikes in gray. $699. I don't think you can beat that. Not for a cargo e-bike. I'm not sure how many miles you get on this, but I'm sure it's a good amount. There is a throttle on here, so that eats up a lot of battery, but I'm sure if you wanted to pedal this thing the whole time, it would get a long range. Look at this kid Schwinn bike. This thing is cool looking. Tell me a kid wouldn't like this. Let's see how much this thing is. $100 compared to $200. That is not bad for $100. And then right next to it, you got a shuffle scooter, I guess, $50. And it's a Schwinn. Look at this. So there's no pedaling. It does have a kickstand. Here's the handlebars. But I guess you just scoot like you're on a skateboard or something. It's even got rim brakes. I guess if you're going downhill, you kind of want to be able to stop on this thing. I've never seen one of these though. Only $50. Now there were 3 specific bikes from here that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to show you the extra stuff that they had here. One of these I actually own. Now this is the Redline monocog, $299. Single speed. Now this is a bike I highly recommend. I did a couple upgrades to it, just the handlebars and the brakes, and that was it. And that's personal preference. You don't even need to do that. But for this bike being $299, I don't think you can beat that, especially for something simple, easy to ride, easy to maintain. It don't get no better than the Redline monocog at $299. And when I saw this, that's when I knew I had to take Sierra serious. I said, man, they got some real deal stuff here. Another one is this Fat Tire Dolomite, Mongoose Dolomite, $349. Now I do think that's a little bit much. I wish it was like $300, but I still think that's a great deal for what you get. I've seen quite a few people riding these around town and they seem to enjoy it. I even saw one person mountain biking on it. So it seems to be a pretty good bike. So that's another option. And one other option I don't see in here anymore. I think somebody bought it and I'm not surprised that it's not in here anymore. It was a Schwinn for only, was it $199? So I'll put it up on the screen because I saw it at another location as well. So I'll show you what that bike looked like and what it had on it, because they don't have it in here anymore. For a place like Sierra to have bikes like this, you cannot beat this Flyer though. I think this is the best value bike you can get in here. $699 for a cargo e-bike. But I like the color, the frame. I actually like the name too, Flyer. You got the foot pegs back here where you could just sit and chill. Yeah, let me know what you think about Sierra. I think as far as easy to ride, what the normal person is looking for, I think you would have better luck looking here than at Walmart for the prices. Cause like this one, this Flyer, great for the price. This monocoque, simple, easy to ride, great for the price. The Mongoose Dolomite, that's up in the air. I don't know how I feel about that one. But that Schwinn bike I was telling you about as well for $199. Can't beat that. All right, so we just got to check out Walmart and Sierra. Now I think Walmart has a more selection of bikes, especially when it comes to outdoors such as mountain biking and gravel biking, things like that. I think Sierra is just for more of the average recreational rider that just wants to get out on something simple that works and spend the least amount of money as possible, but still getting that value. So I don't think you could go wrong with either store, but I do think Sierra is worth checking out if you in the market for a new bike. Let me know what you think down below. Which store would you get a bike out of?